Write the expression 5 over 3 plus I in a plus bi form. So the way to write it in a plus bi form means that we need to multiply the top and bottom by the conjugate to get rid of that I in the denominator. So the conjugate of 3 plus I is going to be 3 minus I, right? Because what the conjugate does is it switches this sign between the real part and the imaginary part of a complex number. So what we want to do is multiply 5 times 3 plus I by 3 minus I over 3 minus I. And remember, the reason why we multiply the top and bottom by the same thing is because essentially we want to multiply by 1, which means that we're not changing the equation. So if we multiply the top and bottom by the same thing, essentially that's 1. So now, for the numerator, we can use the distributive law to distribute that 5 into this difference, right? So 5 times 3 is 15 minus 5i. That's our numerator. And then for the denominator, you can use the rule of conjugates, which says that if you have a plus bi and you multiply it by a minus bi, the result is going to be a squared plus b squared. In this case, a is equal to 3, right? That's the first term. And b is just equal to 1, since it's 1 times I. So in this case, for the denominator, we're going to have 3 squared plus 1 squared. Now you can FOIL these two guys out and you're going to end up getting the same thing. But you can also use this handy formula. So now, simplifying, 15 minus 5i in the numerator, and the denominator we're going to get 9 plus 1, right, which is going to be 10. And then the final step is to simplify. Well, we can factor out, let's move down here, we can factor out a 5 from the numerator and the denominator. So 5, what's left over is 3 minus I, and 10 can be written as 5 times 2. So now, since there's a 5 that we factor out of the numerator and the denominator, we can cancel these out. So what's left is 3 minus I over 2. But we want to write it in a plus bi form. So going over here, a plus bi form just means basically we just split up that denominator. So this is going to be 3 halves minus 1 half I. And that is our final answer.